First things first, guys. How you guys doing? It's your boy Dave Partner. If you're live and you can see and hear me clearly, please indicate. Say I'm here in the comment section below. All right, let us know where you are. I have massive updates to do on things that have happened during the day because a lot of information is coming out from the NSAS protest. Massive information is coming out from the protest. So I want to be sure that you guys can see me. Can you see and hear me clearly? Can you see and hear me? I would like to know. Hello, anybody there? Just drop a comment in the comment section below if you can see and hear me. Who's there? Can you see and hear me? Okay. Yeah. Let's start. Let's start. Sorry for the delay. All right. I was having a delay because all the things I'm not able to see your comments from my other device. Surprisingly, I'm not able to see what you guys are saying from my other device, and that's gonna be a sort of a problem, a kind of problem. Just hold on a second. Let me try and find myself. Let me try and get myself. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Get myself. All right, guys. It's your boy Dave Partner. One of those rare live videos I do. I hope that at the end of this video, we will not just be updated on all the happenings of the day. We'll also be educated in one way or the other. We'll learn things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. So the first update for the day says that NSAS protest banned in Abuja. So now to combat the protest, police stepped forward and said that they're banning it. So let me read it for you and then we'll go ahead. I can see all of you now. Eden Bassi, Kenneth Callisto, Santoni Samuel, Adodo, I can see you. FJ, I can see you. So President Major General Muhammad Buhari, I don't know why they call him Major General, retired, okay, through the Federal Capital Territory Authority has banned all protests in Abuja. In a statement on Thursday, Anthony Ogunleye, Chief Press Secretary to Muhammad Bello FCT, said the activities of the protesters have been endangered the lives of the citizens going about their legitimate businesses. The FCT Security Committee met for its routine meeting on Thursday to review the security situation in the territory, federal and FCT. While the committee recognizes the rights of citizens as regards freedom of association and movement as enshrined in the Constitution, it has observed that the unruly conduct of the crowd and manner of demonstrations are in complete violation of the COVID-19 safety protocols, which were put in place to safeguard the lives of citizens. Okay, so now, based on COVID-19 parole now, all right, they are saying they are banning all protests, all right, based on COVID-19 safety protocols. All right. So there yesterday and even today, while the protesters were protesting, there were counter protesters, pro-SARS protesters that attacked the protesters with clubs and sticks. Question is, how many of them have been arrested? Like, I'm curious. Okay, I wasn't there in Abuja or in Alausa in Ikeja. I wasn't there, but I wanted to know also, where were the police in all these two cases? All right, to have prevented that kind of fracas that happened. All right, even though in Abuja I saw civil defense. I don't know how many I saw. I think like 4 or 5 with one vehicle, but I don't know whether they were much more in number. But like, I expected enough police to be there to prevent at least a violent confrontation. So if you were there, please explain to us what happened and how it happened. Was the police there? Is it that the people overwhelmed the police or what? I want to get an idea of that. So the update for this one is that look, they have banned protests in Abuja. Now the question is, now they have banned protests in Abuja. Will people still protest tomorrow? All right. If people protest tomorrow, what does it mean? You get okay. You've banned protests. Normally, protesters are being arrested. Some people have been trying to rescue even the arrested protesters. Good. Now there has been an official information put out press release. They're saying that all protests are banned. Okay, strong reason is due to COVID-19 protocols. Fine. If people protest, what does it mean? You understand? What's the punishment for protesters? Is it going to be different from what it used to be, which is usually some sort of arrest for, I don't know. So you guys should tell us, especially lawyers that understand the constitution, when this kind of circular is it secular that they call it? This kind of information is passed on. All right, let's look at the next thing. And after some time, after seeing some updates, you start seeing a pattern. So Falana, Mr. Folarin Falana, that is Files. He wrote a letter. I don't know if you guys have read it. I read it. It was amazing in a way. So he's basically saying that the National Human Rights Commission has not been active. I think he said that they have not had a chairman or so since 2015. You understand? There's no way we're going to have a country, and since 2015, our Human Rights Commission is not properly structured. So he's saying he wrote a letter requesting for proper restructuring, and he made some demands in that letter that an ex-chief judge should be the head. This, that. All right. He wrote it and not just sent it, but put it online. So let me show you. Okay. I'm trying to get the core gist of the letter. He said this statement went to, okay. Um, okay, so he was suggesting the reconstruction or restructuring of the Human Rights National Human Rights Commission. And he makes this point: first, a chairman who shall be retired justice of the Supreme Court, or the Court of Appeal, or a retired judge of the High Court. Secondly, a representative each of the following federal ministries: Justice, Foreign Affairs, and Internal Affairs. Thirdly, 3 representatives of registered human rights organizations in Nigeria. Fourth, 2 legal practitioners who shall not have less than 10 years post-qualification experience. Fourth, 3 representatives of the media, at least 2 of them shall be from the private sector. Fifth or sixth, 3 other persons to represent a variety of interests. And seventh or eighth, the executive secretary of the commission. As it stands, that the National Human Rights Commission has remained without a governing council since 2015. Remember, 2015 is when this government started. They said they have not had a governing council since then and still remains without it. The unfortunate circumstance has led to the aggravation of human rights abuse or abuses. According to Section 7.3 of the National Human Rights Constitution Act, the Executive Secretary of the Commission does not have the power to act without a governing council. I think you're saying the angle that Files is coming now. So if you remove a governing council, the whole thing is now, the whole commission is now useless because the secretary cannot act anything. Okay, in the light of the foregoing, I hereby call on Your Excellency to immediately reconstitute the Governing Council of the National Human Rights Commission and to do so publicly as well as transparently in order to restore the confidence of young Nigerians in your proposed police reform process. Okay, failure to do so would force young Nigerians to believe that the continuous refusal to reconstitute the Governing Council of the National Human Rights Commission is a deliberate attempt to mislead us into thinking genuine efforts are being made at reforming the Nigerian police, when in truth the opposite is the case. Now, put finally, I am confident that Your Excellency will grant my humble request in order to guarantee the protection of the fundamental human rights of all Nigerians. Yours faithfully, following Files Falana. Okay, you see, it's going down small. I hope you guys can hear me. Oh, before I'll be talking to myself like this, I will not know. Just drop in the comments to let me know that you're still here, guys. So this next gist, this next gist is saying that NSAS protesters chased away a lawmaker or lawmakers and demanded that the Senate president be seen. Like honestly, I would have thought that the Senate president would have stepped forward. And because this whole protest thing, if you watch my video yesterday, is starting to gear towards NAS pay cut. People are starting on Twitter. You already see the hashtag. If you go to Twitter and type NAS pay cut now or Occupy National Assembly, you will start seeing that people are already starting to question the salaries of politicians. They are posting screenshots. I saw some. All right. The two that caught my attention was, of course, there are wardrobe allowance and stuff. I can't even remember the figures, but newspaper allowance, 1 point something million. All right. I have to put here that I'm not 100% sure that the pictures are real, but newspaper allowance, 1 point something million. We know that newspaper in the street is about 500 naira. Highest. Which kind of newspaper self? 2,000 naira. If you multiply it by 30, let's say you're buying newspaper every day. Now you the rich newspaper pass for the whole world. You're getting to 60,000 naira. All right. Let's even multiply. Let's even make it 100K. You still never reach 1.3 million or so. You know, what kind of newspaper are you reading? That's one. Two, there is the what do they call furniture allowance? Almost 7 point something million, $20,000 furniture allowance. Are you buying furniture every month? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Are you buying furniture every month? Which kind of furniture are you buying every month that you need 7 point something million every month? There is one that they say PA. They are the money that they are supposed to pay their PA, 600 and something thousand naira. You know, it should be optional to get PA. I'm just voicing the concerns of Nigerians on Twitter, okay? People are saying it should be optional to get PA. You become a senator or House of Rep member or whatever, good, fine. Normally you should be able to do the job on your own. Now, if you now decide to get PA, you pay the person from your salary. Like they are not supposed to put the salary of the PA on your allowance and stuff. You know, things like that. There are a lot of tiny little perks that people were complaining of. In fact, people are started making demand that the whole thing should be cut to 75%, be cut by 75%, that the money is too much. This money is too much. People are saying, hey, we're going to protest. So agitation is gradually starting to build. Now, one more thing people are questioning is, do we need a bicameral system? Do we need, in simple English, do we need the House of Reps and Senate? You understand? What are they doing? Is it not like a replication of what the other one is doing? That we need to scrap one, adopt only one. If we're going with Senate, let us go with Senate. If we don't need Senate, let us scrap it and go with House of Rep. Let's know that we are doing one. We can't have these two people and they're earning millions, millions. You understand? So at the end of the day, you start getting an idea of where the protest is starting to head. It's moving away from end SARS to end police brutality. Now, people have now turned this beam light or the searchlight on NAS salary. You know, people were campaigning that the police salary is too low. Before you know it, they now compared it to National Assembly salary and said, no, this is too much. Somebody was even making calculation. I can't remember the numbers, but he broke it down that one senator's salary will pay 35 policemen or so. I don't know. There's a way he put it. So at the end of the day, I would have expected the Senate president, even the House of Rep president, to come out and address the people. Hey, we have listened to your concerns. We're looking into it. You know, let's see what we can do to resolve the situation. Okay, maybe our salary is too big, or maybe our salary is not too big. You know, that's how some of these foreign democracies do it. They step forward and say, hey, if you beef Trump today, before your tweet go enter Twitter, Trump has already replied you sharp, and the one he will give you is uppercut, you know. So people understand the reason behind everything. In the US, let it be that reason is wrong, but people understand why things are being done the way they are done. Let it be that it's wrong. Now, the debate is whether it is right or wrong in the US. It's not that we don't know what this leader is doing or that leader. You know, their leaders are very transparent. So I wouldn't know why, or even, I'm not even sure. Maybe they have even addressed the people, but I've not seen it. I'm somebody that's always updated in the media. I've not seen it. Maybe they have even done what I'm saying. But I think in a way that would calm down the protest. These people occupying National Assembly and all. President comes out, hey guys, what's the problem? Can you bring out one person from the crowd to tell us exactly what the problem is? The person comes out, states their concern. And then after that, Senate explains, okay, the reason why we are taking wardrobe allowance is this, that, that, that. Or this was done by the past administration. Okay, we'll review it or whatever, whatever. That's what I expect. Some governors have done it. Go to River State. Remember when Port Harcourt people wanted to do their protest 2 days ago? Wike made an announcement that all protests are banned in the state. Port Harcourt people were like, "This guy, you are joking." And it's not that they are going they will go for the protest, that they are going with arms and ammunition. They are going ready. That if police clap, they will clap back. I mean, man, you needed to have seen Twitter that day. After that day, they went to government and they were chanting, "Wike, we are coming, Wike, we are coming." Some of them were carrying all these small bags behind them. We don't know what is inside the bag. But Wike showed up, grabbed microphone and addressed them. You understand? And he explained that, listen to what Wike said. In a way, you could understand his point of view. At the same time, it's now left for you to decide whether to agree with him or not. But at least you understand why he did what he did. He was explaining that, was it last year or last 2 years, that SARS was harassing people in Port Harcourt too much. That he was the only governor that came out and started protesting against SARS. He was protesting and protesting and protesting that no other governor, all the other 35 governors, they did not, no other governor said anything. I think he protested until they changed the head of SARS in River State. I think so. But then after that, now a year or two later, the rest of the country is now protesting. He said that since they did not support Rivers when Rivers was protesting, that Rivers don't want to support anybody. That was why he said that nobody is protesting in Rivers for SARS again, because when they were protesting, nobody said anything. So I listened to that, and now I understood why he banned that protest. You get? So it's now left for me to decide, okay, is this guy saying, do I support it? Does it make sense or not? For one, I know that if Rivers backs down, it makes the whole thing partisan. It makes it tribal. This protest is non-tribal. There was no tribalism. There's nothing like your Igbo or Yoruba or anything. Protest is going on everywhere. Everybody is tired of SARS. That's how the whole protest started. Nobody cares about nationality or origin or who you are supporting or who you voted. Nobody cared. But if Wike comes from that angle, it makes it a little tribal. But at the same time, you understand his point of view. Kogi governor addressed their people. Some will try to address the first day. They shouted him down. Second day, he tried to address. At the end of it, he had to carry the protest and protested with them. But at least people saw him. So that's what I expect the House of Rep and Senate president to come out and do. Okay, guys, calm down. What's the problem? That kind of thing. So feel free to express your opinion in the comment section below. I'm reading everything. Yes, Edembasi said newspaper and hardship allowance. Yes, I saw that. I saw hardship allowance, as in on top of where they suffer. So Florence said, you see how selfish they are, and they say 30,000 naira a month is too much. Now, what people are saying about police salary is that the reason police is harassing people on the street is that their salary is too low. You understand? You can't be paying a full-grown man, married man with children, wife, let's say 35K minimum wage. You're paying him 35K and you give him a gun. A gun is like the most dangerous weapon on earth. Forget nuclear bomb and all. Guns have killed more people than nuclear bombs and all. You get? So you give this man a gun and you at the end you pay him 35K. Like, how is he going to send his daughter to school? Do you know how much is his school fees? And this guy has like 3 or 4 kids. What of his wife? What of the rent? How is he going to pay the rent? Inside that 35K, of course, there are some extra allowances, but how much is the allowance that you put on 35K? Tell me. Look at where they are staying. Have you gone to police barracks? You cry. You cry. So I was seeing one today. Man, it was so bad. So people are saying you can't keep these people in this condition and expect them to be well behaved. You get, a hungry man is an angry man. So people are saying, even though we want you to end SARS, we also want you to increase the police salary. But you know how these things work. They are federal government workers, so you can't just independently increase their salary. If they're increasing police salary, that means they're increasing salary of all government workers. So people are campaigning that, hey, look, decouple police from the rest. If you decouple police from the rest, then you can independently increase their salary, give them a different pay scale or pay grade. You get what I'm saying? And it's recently that some policemen started understanding the protest. It's not just about people are not against them as policemen. People want things to be better because if you feed them well, clothe them well, more of them will come out sane, and more of them will come out there and treat people well. No matter how harsh they are on the road, they still go back to their families and live. They are normal human beings. So that's the whole idea on the whole increased police pay grade. So unfortunately, the whole protest, nobody has addressed that. That's why I'm saying that Senate president needs to say something, and the House of Rep, they need to say something on that. So at the end of the day, right, nobody has addressed that. The whole pay grade thing, the coupling police and increasing their salary, it has not been, nobody has said anything like that. But police, I know so far, as on paper, even the government has on paper agreed to the 5 points that people are campaigning for. But it will be really interesting to see how they want to tackle the police pay grade. Honestly, I would love it if police salary increases. You get that person you're paying 35K. If you're paying him 150, 250,000 naira, his behavior will change. You get what I'm saying? His behavior will change. Yes, there are people that will never be satisfied. There are people that even if you pay them 35 million, they will still come out and harass people and collect 2K. People are like that. There are some offices. There are some offices that they will be making trillions inside the offices per month out of corruption. But that widow will still come in. They will still rob that widow and collect 2K. If you're not bringing that 2K, you get out. They don't mind. Go and die with your problem. People are still like that. But at least the number will reduce. The number will reduce. All right. So I'd like to see how this one develops. Let's look at other things that are going down. So even though there was ban, protesters still showed up at the federal secretariat and shut it down. Look at some pictures. Yes, Eden Bassi said I recall that police salary was increased. Now it's not just police salary. It's, I think, from my own understanding, right? I stand to be corrected. It's not just a police salary thing. It's a federal government thing. Minimum wage was increased. That's the way I understand it. So it's not just, it didn't just happen in police, it happened everywhere. During Jonathan's time, minimum wage was, when Jonathan entered, it was 8,000, is it 8,000 naira or so? Jonathan, I'll be 9,000 naira, yes. Jonathan came and multiplied it by 2, so 19,005 or so. Then Buhari has come after much. Buhari improved it to 30, is it 33,000 naira or so? So people are saying that even that 33,000 is still too low for at least a policeman. You get, it's too low for a man that you're going to arm or put to track criminals. My heart, Niger. I don't know whether what you're saying is true, but it will be interesting to know. All right, to be interesting to know whether he's truly living or not. Okay, so here are some pictures of people shutting down NAS Secretariat today. Not NAS, but Secretariat in Abuja today. All right. Stop killing unarmed protesters. Some people think this is like comedy because I saw some videos of executions of innocent civilians, and these are mostly young men. You just have an argument, they just shoot, somebody just shoots you like that. All your dreams, aspirations. Do you know how much your parents and your siblings invested in you and everything? The thing will just go because somebody just had an argument and that person is armed. One guy was saying that his brother came back from his hit Poland or whatever last December. They dragged him out of his car, shot him, and drove away his car. Is that not robbery? Um, so there was accusations on Twitter that Speaker Obasa uh, was the one that hired thugs to disrupt protesters. So he tweeted, he said, "I am Obasa and I support NSAS. I did not and will not disrupt peaceful protests." Okay, at least he denied that publicly. Governor Lalong rejects ending of SARS. So one thing I've noticed is that most of the rejections against ending of SARS is coming from the northern parts. For instance, Kano. I saw pro-protest in pro-SARS in Sokoto and so on. So, but I've not seen that in the west and the east and south. Even if there was, it's looking like people are keeping quiet instead of expressing that they are not in support of it. Some governors of the northern states are opposed to the whole disbandment of the special anti-robbery squad. All right, I'm reading from Guardian NG now. Submitting that the unit under the auspices of the Nigerian police have been doing a yeoman's job in the fight against insecurity in the region. Chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Plateau State Governors, Simon Lalong, spoke in Abuja while fielding questions from State House. After he met with President Muhammad Buhari, Lalong argued that though the president has already approved the scrapping of SARS, the northern states do not believe that the baby should be thrown away with the water. He said squad was not made up of bad elements and or alone, as it also included personnel who were doing their work diligently. The governor said what needed was reformation of the unit to enable it carry out its functions optimally. However, Lalong considered that there are divisions in the country on the continued existence of the unit. So, in case you don't know, I gave a history of SARS. SARS started in 1992 when army and police fought. Who remember that time? Army was going out everywhere looking for any police that they could see so that they would kill. Because police shot dead an army colonel uh, at a junction, 1992. So when all the policemen ran away into the barracks, they decided to still, after like 2 weeks, they decided to start still operating, but without uniform. So that was how they constituted SARS. Okay. Yeah, Ed Embassy posted a proof of what he was saying. Okay. Salary increase. Police IG to get 3.3 million as rent subsidy. Okay. Florence says SARS or SWAT is not the problem. Nigeria is. We live in two different countries. The law is different in the north. Alduduwa, Biafra, and Middle Belt exist in the Middle Belt. Exit is the answer. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'd like to know. Meanwhile, if you're not following me on Telegram, you should follow. Let me drop the link to Telegram. Follow me. There are some videos about the protests I couldn't post on YouTube because they are gory, but you can see them there. I'm dropping my Telegram handle. Make sure you go there and see. So some northern governors support SARS not to be scrapped. So Sanwo-Olu also has come out to deny that he did not send talks. Now, in case you don't know why these people are denying, there was yesterday and today. Okay, the one that happened today. Okay, so talks. Why people were protesting at Alausa in Ikeja, right? Talks came in BLT buses. Almost, I don't know, but personally in the video I saw like 2 or 3 BLT buses. So I don't know how many they were in total. Talks came and with machete, I saw sword. At least one person that was having a gun in the video. I wasn't there, but I saw a video. You know, a lot of them were carrying machete, a dagger. sticks, clubs, and the BRT dropped them. They all jumped out of the BRT. BRT is all these big coastal buses, and then they started attacking the protesters. A lot of protesters were injured, even though the protesters rallied, just like what happened in Abuja. They rallied and caught some of them and beat the shit out of some of them. But then people started questioning, why would they come in a Lagos State branded bus? You know, how did the bus get to, who chartered the bus from where? People started even digging. They got the serial number of the bus, sharing it on Twitter. They started digging who owns the bus. So people started accusing the governor that if these people use this Lagos State bus, which is BRT, that means you must be involved, you must be aware. So governor stepped forward to say no. Somebody started accusing the speaker. Speaker stepped forward and said it's not me, like I just read a few minutes ago. So let's see. Look at the bus, you see. And this is like one of the new ones, not even the other ones. So let's see what governor said. Governor said, Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu has denied reports that he sponsored some talks to disrupt the peaceful protest. A statement by Gbenga Omotosho, the State Commissioner for Information, reads, the attention of the Lagos State government has been drawn to some unverified reports in the social media alleging that the government sponsored talks to disrupt the NSAS protest. This is untrue and wicked. Such wild allegations were obviously concocted by enemies of peace and orderliness to whip up sentiments against the government, which has been doing everything possible to resolve the crisis by identifying with our youths in their efforts towards police reforms. Governor Sanwo-Olu has been preaching peace. So has the deputy governor who addressed the protesters last Friday. The governor has addressed them twice at the Lekki toll gate and the assembly. The enemies of progress who are not happy that Lagos is not on fire are the ones fueling the internal lies. Okay, so the bus in question was on its normal operation when it ran into a group of protesters. The passengers who felt endangered rushed out of the bus. They returned to continue their journey after the charging crowd left. As a government, we will never encourage thuggery or any act of violence. So you see the story that's coming from Mr. Benga is a little different. Like I said, I was not there, so I don't know exactly what happened. I only saw videos. So he's saying that the bus, from if I understand what is here, the bus was moving and they ran into a protesting crowd. And how did they put it again? The passengers who felt endangered rushed out of the bus. They rushed out of the bus to do what? Okay, they returned to continue their journey. Okay, so I would like to know what you guys think, and some of you that were there. All right, what do you guys think? Now, if you look at this video, look, what do you think this guy is holding? What do you think this is? It looks like a knife to me. So somebody says, so what has he done about it? Okay, I don't know everything the governor has done, but I can say some of the things that I saw so far. One is that he has tried to address the crowd twice. I already mentioned that at Legito Gate and I think at Alausa Ikeja yesterday. He was shouted down on both cases, but I think at Alausa he succeeded. I didn't have the full video, but from the video I saw, it was really difficult addressing a very screaming crowd. Very difficult for him, but he showed up twice. He also went to Abuja and met Buhari. There was a video where he was explaining, giving an update to Buhari. Okay, that was a video Buhari was laughing. And what else has he done? I don't know what else, but he has been giving updates on Twitter. So let's see the other updates. So MC Olomo denied sending talks. So the thing now is, like I said, this thing happened today, and I think it partly happened yesterday too. So people on Twitter, MC Olomo was trending on Twitter. Obasa was trending. Sanwo-Olu was trending. People were tweeting that even Tinubu was trending. So I think all of them are coming out to explain their stand and deny whatever allegations that were put on them. Okay. So Sheikh Musa Asadus tells FG to be brutal. So a certain Muslim cleric was telling the federal government to be brutal on the protesters. Let me see if I can see some excerpts. And this is coming from Sahara Reporters. An Islamic preacher, Sheikh Musa, has asked the Nigerian government to be brutal on the NSAS protesters so as to get them off the streets of major cities. The cleric said that the same treatment meted on members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria in Zaria, Kaduna State in 2015, where over 300 Shiites were killed by the military during a procession, must be visited on peaceful demonstrators. Now, you need to know that I'm reading this from Sahara Reporters, and this is the way that's how they put their words together. But I'd like to skip to the point where they quoted the cleric. Um, Speaking in Hausa language, the Islamic cleric said, I am going to say what you people have never heard me say today. There was a crisis in Zaria where Shiites were attacked and massacred. If the reason truly was for national stability, then anybody that challenges and undermines the authority of the Nigerian state declares war against them for Nigeria to stay in peace. But if government declared war against those ones, that is the Shiites, in the name of Nigeria, and another group are now causing instability and war is not declared against them, then no sensible person will accept the rational given for the action against the Shiites without questioning. Both are human beings. If one group is punished because of Nigeria, then whoever is perceived to have engaged in an act of destabilization, you should take action to eliminate and punish him for Nigeria to be in peace. Government need to know this. Don't think government are the only ones that is sensible. The masses have sense too. Okay, so what do you guys think about his position? He's basically saying that if government actually meted some brutal engagements on the Shiites, all right, or Shiites during the protest, that the same thing should be done to the NSAS protesters. You know what happened? It's not for me to start saying here, but you know what happened to Shiites with the military thing. And I think the government is still with their leader, the El Zakzaki, is still in custody. So NSAS protesters refused Showore from joining them. So you need to understand the background, but let's look at the video first. Then so you guys saw it. So according to the title, I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure. I'm just saying based on the title I saw. Let me even see who published it. It's just Twitter from Twitter timeline. I don't know who owns that on Twitter. So let's see who tweeted it. So basically, from what they tweeted, okay, AIT. Is it AIT? Like seriously? Okay, yeah, it's AIT that tweeted it, okay? AIT online. So AIT said that Shore showed up to join the protesters, and the protesters said that they don't want Shore. Now you need to understand why Shore is there. Shore has always protested, always. Shore is the one-man army. He has always protested, always, 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 from the time of Goodluck to the time of Buhari. But then, in a way, Shore fell out of favor for some people. Some. The reason is that he protested against Goodluck, and some people supported Goodluck. So when Shore was protesting against Goodluck and all these things, so some people did not like him again. You get, even there was a video when Buhari won, the night Buhari won, Shawore was rejoicing. Some people did not like him because of that, because of course they supported Goodluck and Goodluck lost, you know. So now Shawore has come back again. The same, he now started again protesting against Buhari. So there are people that are like, okay, if you want protest from now till tomorrow, we're not joining you. But then there are people like that are saying that this man is like the president we need. You know, he ran for presidency. Some people say, well, this man is the president we need. He doesn't mind which leader is in power. He's ready to protest as long as they're not doing the right thing. You know, people are like, wherever Shawore is going, we are going with him. Now, Shawore is facing a little problem, or maybe a big problem with Buhari's government, because he ran into a court case where they limited him to Abuja. You know, he's banned from moving or traveling out of the Abuja environs. I think for a year or two now, he has been stuck within Abuja. So the only protests he can join is in Abuja. You get, and you know, Lagos is his hood. But since then, the only protest he can really join is in Abuja. You get. So now, I'm just trying to give you the background why he had this kind of confrontation. Now, Shawore has had some certain interviews during this period. I've been watching, I watch everything from Shawore. So, in one of the interviews, he was explaining how one method the government is using to tackle this protest. He said that the government is trying to the protest, bring them to a meeting, all right, and negotiate with the leaders so that the rest of the crowd will calm down. But Shawore was saying in that interview that the right protest or this protest does not have a leader, that's why it's so powerful. You understand? He was giving examples that they tried to bring Davido to a meeting. Whatever Davido discussed with them is in Davido's pocket. You know, everybody is angry. You understand? Until you convince everybody so that you met Davido with IGP and whatever is left to Davido and IGP, that the meeting is there by their own self. There were other people, celebrities or so, that have, I think there was one with, I think, the Banch, and so on. I don't know, that they tried to meet, you know, it did not work. And the whole not having a leader thing started when Naira Marley wanted to call for a protest last Thursday. So after some time, when people were gearing up for protest, he now showed up and said they are not protesting again. The same kind of thing that Two-Face did. Remember when Two-Face wanted to call a protest? Two-Face was tired. He just made a video that there must be protest. As people were gearing up for the protest, Two-Face now came out and said there is no protest again. You know, that he doesn't want anybody hurt, so no protest. Like, people are now saying, like, what happened? Why did you just back down? Even though I remember Charlie Boy, that time, Charlie Boy said, protest must hold on. So on that day, they still protested, but, you know, it wasn't much. They still protested, it wasn't really much. Same thing with what happened. Naira Marley called for a protest and he backed down. Then Runtown showed up and said, no, Thursday is Thursday, protest must hold. People like Faz joined, say protest must hold. You understand? So at the end of the day, they protested, boom, the following day, more people wanted to protest. Before you know it, we are here on day 6 or day 7. So the idea that the protest has no leader, there is nobody telling people to go protest anywhere. Nobody is bribing people to protest and all. That's what Shawore is saying, that it makes it powerful, more powerful. So Shawore also said that some people have gone, showed themselves up as leaders of the protest, and collected money and now kept quiet and even tried to dissuade others from protesting. He said those meetings have made some people billionaires, but it cannot stop the protest. You understand? After he said that, Reno Omokri came and even though Reno did not mention his name, Reno said that some politicians are not happy that the protest did not involve them. They have been doing their revolution since it did not pick up. And now the revolution, or in quotes, has picked up. It did not involve them. So they are now saying that some people collected money. So I know that I feel that that's a low key sub to Shawore. You get what I'm saying now? So that's the background from the way I understand. That was the background of what happened when Shawore showed up The protesters there, I don't know who they are supporting. I wasn't there, but I just feel that that's why they didn't want him to speak or be part of them. You get, because they didn't want the protest to have a leader. You get. All right. That's how I understand it. I mean, I stand to be corrected. Let me see some of your comments. How many people have joined my Telegram group? Join, join, join. Let me even check the Telegram. Join, 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 join. I've already posted the link. Oh, you will not see the link. Check the chats. The Telegram group is in the chats. Telegram. Let me see who has joined. If you're watching this now, join and share. Yes, some people have joined. Join the Telegram. Join the Telegram. There's a lot of videos there that you will not even see on Facebook and all. Pictures. Today, a truck driver. One of the pictures I just posted now. A truck driver. All these truck driver that carry stones, limestone. He started his own protest though. He now used the truck to block Main Road Express. I just posted the picture there. The fight at Ikeja today, I'm sharing the picture. This man that says somebody will suffer for 600 years, I'm sharing the picture. One of the protesters, one of the thugs, they were carrying machete. People were sharing it on Twitter. I'm sharing the picture. P Square. P Square has been protesting seriously. I'm sharing the picture. And what more picture do I have on Telegram? What police barracks is currently and what it should be. You get. So if you join my Telegram, a whole lot is there. Join the Telegram group. Join. Join the Telegram group. Join the Telegram group. Join. I'm trying to look out for are there other information I need to share. Make sure you join the Telegram group. So I'm sharing all the videos of the protests that you wouldn't see on regular social media. Okay, guys, I've shared a lot. All right. So who has joined? Telegram group. Let me know if you've joined in the comments. Let me know if you've joined. If you don't have Telegram, just go to Play Store, type Telegram. Yes, somebody is giving us information saying that the flight has taken off of the president, so I don't know how it is. Somebody said I don't vibe with Two-Face till this day because of that. I once saw him at JFK Airport and I just walked past him like he's nobody. Honestly, I feel that if Two-Face had gone for that, if he had gone ahead for that protest, he would have opened the portal to his political career. He has done music. What's the next thing for him? I think he's in his 40s, 43, 45 or so. What's the next thing for the next 30 years for him? Politics would have made sense. There are musicians that have successfully transitioned. Jacob Zuma was a radio DJ. Before you know it, he ended up as president. So I felt then that if Two-Face had gone ahead with that protest, if you're defiant and gone ahead with that protest, it would have been easier for him to step forward one day and say, I'm contesting for Senate, my people vote me, or for governor. But he didn't. And nobody knows, I like to understand people. Nobody knows why he backed out. You never know. Even Naira Marley that you're talking, he has a case with EFCC. Who remember? And I don't think that case is over. You get? He had the case with EFCC. So you don't know what the kind of issue the person is deep into, that would have made it more difficult for him to protest. Somebody said that Sarah said they didn't see it coming. Somebody was saying M99 was saying plant your own people among the opposition, slash tires of the opposition buses, disable the opposition anywhere necessary. The thing is, you have to understand that protesters are not armed. All right, those thugs that were attacking them were armed. If you go to Telegram, you will see. I put videos. You see people using gun and knives, sharp, shining knife like this, and machete, carrying cutlass, pursuing people, protesters, and these guys are not armed. So to even beat the crowd that is attacking you, and to the point that you beat them back, to the point that you get to their boss and slash tire, the distance. Just check my Telegram group so you get an idea of what the confrontation looks like. You get. So I'm just reading through you guys' comments. Feel free to keep dropping comments. So I think that was why Shorek faced that issue. He faced. Now another update is there's somebody apparently called James Nwafo of Okozo SARS. He has been trending since morning. So look at people are tagging him, calling on governor. Look at Governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State has just sacked the notorious James Nwafo of Okozo SARS, said to have killed scores of innocent young men in Anambra. So the allegation I just got from reading a lot of tweets is that this man was once a cop in SARS, and he directly or indirectly killed a lot of people and dumped them in the river. All right. So a certain man was looking for his son that was arrested by SARS. He look. Finally, when he was able to call the policeman, he said, "Show me my son." And policeman was like, "We have killed him or something." He said, "Okay, even his body, I want to bury him." Then they took this man to the river and said, "Start looking through these bodies, these dead bodies. Find the face of your son. Find your son." These are bodies that have been there for days or even weeks. Everything is smelling. This man was walking through water, looking, unearthing dead, rotten corpses. I saw a picture. Damn, people floating on water. Like I said, this is a picture I saw on the internet, so I don't know whether it's that particular incident. And these are just tweets people are tweeting. I wasn't there, so I'm not sure. But I'm just giving you a background of what people have been posting about him. Then they said when he now retired, the governor now took him and gave him an appointment. So people have been calling. This thing has been since 2018. Oh, so Anambra people have been protesting. Let me show you. Okay. So look at hello police. Where is CSP James Nwafo? So people are saying that you didn't punish this guy, and you gave him an appointment. Why? That he should be brought to justice. So in Anambra, people have been protesting. They printed black cards of the pictures of the person we killed and his picture, and has been calling for justice. Now, that's the picture I just shared on my Telegram now of this guy. There's a video. If you go to my Telegram, you see the video of what actually happened. So this guy was the guy in front of leading the talks at, he was a guy at the foremost front at Alausa Ikeja. So he was trying to, and they started throwing him stones. Before the guy turned around and picked race. If you see 100 meters, because that was when the crowd now rallied and started pushing back. Guy Charis. So you see, people have been tweeting about this James Nwafo. The governor of Anambra has promised to prosecute James Nwafo, the notorious OC. I don't know what meaning of OC. SARS, Okozo, responsible for dozens of extrajudicial killings in Anambra. We will move to Okozo SARS tomorrow to ensure the final liquidation of that abattoir. The Anambra are not smiling. Why is Anambra State government still shielding the money? If you look through Twitter, people have been since yesterday. So if you want to follow the real story, this trended like 2 years ago. Where is Chijioke? Hashtag where is Chijioke? Go to Twitter to read the full story. All right, just read what is here. So that's the update on James Nwafo. Somebody tweeted that he has been sacked, and people are already rallying around to protest again tomorrow to make sure to go to SARS or COSO to clear what they call the abattoir. I will give you guys updates if and whatever if that happens tomorrow and how it happens. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notification. Like if you're watching me for the first time. Okay. So look at the person that they said he killed. Look at him. So if you go to Twitter, I have to scroll past. That's the picture I said I saw, but I can't show it on YouTube. So I'm gonna stop here, right? I'm going to stop here for James One for the last update for the day. Very last update for the day. Now, Australia High Commission to Nigeria. Her name is Claire Ireland, who tweeted advising the Nigerian youth to avoid ongoing violent NSAS protest in the country. She met serious backlash. They chopped her meat live on Twitter, I swear. People attacked her, millions of tweets attacked her. And she came back and apologized sharp. So look at the tweet she tweeted. She said, let me zoom. There are ongoing violent protests in Abuja, Lagos, and other locations in Nigeria. Avoid these actions and local authorities. So she tweeted that, and shortly after, she came back and apologized. 15th October. This one does not have it. Trying to find no date. So 15th October, he said, I would like to apologize for the earlier message. We did not mean to imply the protests. We respect people's right to peacefully protest. See, Australian High Commissioner to Nigeria with accreditation to Benin, Cameroon, and Gabon, Niger, the Gambia, and ECOWAS, based in Abuja. So that was how people attacked her, and she apologized. So, I think this protest took some people unaware. Some people tried to bring all these opposing views initially, not knowing the amount of that were involved in the protests. If imagine that 50,000 people tweet at you at the same time, you'll run into issues quickly. So that was why she quickly apologized and clarified herself. Guys, I'm going to stop here. Do you have any comments? Drop it in the comment section below. Any final questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. All right, it's time for business. So I'm going to take up 2 minutes to explain what we're currently doing. All right, what we're currently doing is we're running a referral program for everybody that buys any business course from our platform. So you go to our platform, let's say you buy a course of 100K. We have courses of 2K, 4K, 30K, 50K. We have courses of 250K in Naira, 250,000 Naira, 100,000 Naira, 150,000, whatever. So let's say you pick a course, a random course, 100,000 Naira. So you pay for the course, we'll get you the course, you start studying it, all right, and start practicing what business, what do you call it? Business tutorial that is inside there. And you set up your platform, whatever. But also, if you take your link, we'll generate a link for you. If you take your link and send to someone else, maybe a relative, a friend, or WhatsApp group, whatever, Facebook wall, so that other people will sign up. If somebody else clicks on that links and come to our website and signs up, we'll pay you. The first person that signs up will pay you more than the amount you used to sign up. So let's say you use 100K to buy, you bought a course of 100K, another person pays 100K to buy a course. Pay you 125 within 1 hour. Within 1 hour, you'll see it there on your wall on our platform. You'll see it there. One person bought a course, will pay 125,000. Now, the second person that buys the course from that your link will pay you 25K. Subsequent people that clicked your link to buy will pay you 25K, 25K, 25K. Now, let's say Mr. B buys your course for 100,000 naira, will pay you 25K. We'll give Mr. B their own invite link. They take that their link, go and share it on their own WhatsApp group, and other people join in. Now, for those other people joining in under Mr. B, we'll pay you 10K for inviting Mr. B, who invited Mr. C's. So for each of the Mr. C's that signs up under Mr. B, we pay you 10K, 10K, 10K. You get? So let's say Mr. C's goes, all the business, let's say that Mr. B actually invited 20, 30 Mr. C's. We'll pay you 10,000 times that 30. All right. Let's say that Mr. C, one of those Mr. C's goes on to invite more people. We'll pay you 5,000 naira out of those, out of the money for those more people. So from buying one course, you can have endless downstream of income. All right. So buying a course right now is actually zero, is risk-free, zero risk. So any course you pick that you know you can convince others to buy is zero risk, because you're the first person you convince, you are paying you back more than you used to, you bought the course for. So if you want to get the course, you go to our platform, brainterm.org. I'm putting it in the link now. Hey, if you have question, drop it now, because once I finish explaining this, and I'm logging off. Brainterm.org. All right, brainterm.org. If you have those of your friends, family members are always asking you for money, get them to pick up a course so that they can have something doing. All right, on brainterm.org, visit our platform. I'll drop the link, and you pick up a course, buy it, and then you get a link, and that's it. All right, thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask me here. If you sign up for a course, you'll see a WhatsApp chat button. You can use it to reach us. Look at this at the bottom. There's a WhatsApp chat button. You can see. We use it to reach admin and ask any specific questions about any of the courses. All right, I'm going to stop here. You let me know what you think. Thank you very much. I want to start online business at a large scale. All right, it's cost level 2. You set up a platform that sells something for you. Imagine Konga or Jumia having your own online platform. All right, the products are already there. You don't have to worry about products. Now, and it's a business you can run by the side while doing your main business. Now, look at this. Online course level 1. It's for people that then you start doing the business, but this time it's not automatic. You don't have any online platform you're using. You use phone calls and chats to sell products. But this one, you have an online platform that sells it automatically. Another one is software development and web development. These are courses for people that want to switch into tech. In case you don't understand what's going on with tech, a Nigerian company was acquired, was it today or yesterday, Paystack, for $200 million. Stripe acquired Paystack for $200 million. You get? So if you think tech is going down anytime soon, it's a lie. Tech is the industry you are sure that it will keep growing big. So if you have kids that are growing up that have laptops, you understand? Get them into tech on time. Get them to start learning software development on time. You understand? The first course you should learn is web development. Here is just 35K. after which they learn software development. Anybody that learns web development within 3 days to 1 week, they're already building online platforms. Software development takes a little more time to learn, but then the career prospects are much longer and much bigger. All right. I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much. See you guys in the comments. If you want to reach me, make sure that you just sign up for a course. You'll see a link, WhatsApp to chat, or you go to my Instagram, you chat me up directly on Instagram. All right. Thank you very much. See you guys.